So basically, I gave power to all the negativity, all the lies to really dictate my life until I changed. Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to sit down and talk. We are going to do a real talk today. So grab a seat, grab a cup of coffee, tea or water, whatever your taste is, and sit down so we can talk. So the purpose of me filming this video is to share my story in hope to help somebody, one person, even one person out there, because I have struggled with those things for a long time, and I'm still a work in progress. I am growing, I'm still moving forward. So I hope somebody gets inspired today. So as I think about how far I've come, it brings me joy to know that I'm not the person that I used to be 5 years, a year ago. I'm not that person anymore, and it gets me excited to be the woman I have to become. I just want growth, you know, I just want growth, and I just want to be better. I want to do better. So this is my journey. So as the title of this video indicates, I am going to talk about limits that I have put on myself subconsciously and sometimes intentionally, and how they impacted my life and how I'm overcoming them. And I'm saying that I'm still overcoming them because I'm a work in progress, first of all, as I said before, and I don't think anybody gets anything figured out. You keep growing, you keep learning, you keep doing your best, you keep thriving, and it gets easier, I guess, but it's not like you get anything figured out. You just have to keep doing your best. So that's why I'm saying I'm still overcoming those limits that I have put on myself, because sometimes if you think that you have overcome one limit, another limit will build up in your heart or in your mind. So you have to keep doing your best not to let those limits control you. And so you guys, I'm sitting comfortably on my chair because this is my story and it's who I am. No filters, no facade or anything. This is just me, and it may look different for different people. So the hope of this video, the hope of me sharing my story, is to help somebody like who is going through their own situation. It doesn't have to look like mine, but if I can help, why not share my story, right? So limits that I have put on myself. When I say limits, I'm talking about things that I have believed or things that I have implemented in my life that had prevented me to be my best self, to do what I was called to do, or to be the person that I was created to be. So I'm going to give an example. I've always loved fashion. I've always dreamed of creating my own line and being a designer, but I've never thought that I would be able to, so I've never tried. So that's one limit, thinking that I'm not good enough, that I'm not talented enough to be able to create. The first one is low self-esteem, lack of confidence. I grew up in an unhealthy environment, so I was told so many unhealthy things about who I was, about myself, about my beauty, about my talent, about my passions. So I believed those lies. Yeah, I call them lies. So everything that was spoken over me became my identity, and I thought that I didn't have what it took to ever pursue anything in life, whether it would be my fashion dream of becoming a designer. And I was also told that I will never be talented enough or wise enough to accomplish anything in life. So that became my identity for a very long time, and that built up in me a very low self-esteem and lack of confidence, because I really thought that I wasn't good enough to try anything, and I didn't try anything because to me, I didn't see why. I always thought that everybody had what it took, everybody was talented, everybody was blessed enough to do whatever they dreamed of, but I never thought that I was ever good enough for anything. So that limit prevented me from even trying anything. So I didn't try anything. I lived in Los Angeles for a long time, and I didn't pursue my dreams of being in the fashion industry. I had a lot of dreams. that were just crushed by low self-esteem and lack of confidence. So that's one limit. I don't know if you recognize yourself in that limit, but if that's you, you're able to overcome it. Another limit that I put on myself is fear of failure or rejection. And that fear was built up by low self-esteem and lack of confidence. So since I didn't have confidence, I thought I would fail, and I didn't want to experience failure. So I thought in my mind, I will not have to experience that failure if I don't try anything. So that prevented me from doing anything because I didn't want to fail. I didn't want the pain caused by failure or rejection, because also I was rejected a lot growing up, and I knew the feeling, and I thought I didn't want that as an adult. I didn't want that same feeling to build up because it was already there. Even though I was still dealing with that same feeling, I just didn't want a new environment or new people to trigger that. So I didn't try anything because I was fearful to fail and to be rejected. So that's one limit that I put on myself, and wow. And you know, when you feel failure, you don't picture success at all. To you, it's just failure. Because if you're able to picture success, you won't be afraid to start anything, because you would know even if you fail, you will learn and you will be better, and at some point you will succeed. But I wasn't able to picture success at all. To me, it was just failure, because that's what I was told, that I would never succeed at anything. So it was painful to hear those words, and I didn't want those words to become true. So I didn't try anything, not knowing that not trying anything was actually proving the point of those people. So not doing anything, letting that limit control me, letting that limit impact the way I acted or whether I would pursue a dream or not, was actually proving their point, was actually confirming what they were saying to me. Another limit is believing the lies, not knowing myself, basically, not knowing who I was created to be. Because you know, when you're a kid, you believe everything. You can believe anything, like absolutely anything your parents or a grown person would tell you. So I believed those lies, and I thought that was me. I really thought that I was not qualified to do anything. So that was one limit too, because in my mind, I would think, I already know I don't have anything. Why try? It's a waste of time. Not knowing that watching TV all day long was a waste of time, or not doing anything all day long was a waste of time. I didn't see that like that. I thought, since I'm not qualified to do anything, better occupy myself doing something that makes me happy, not knowing that it was a waste of time. Not that watching TV is a waste of time, but watching TV 24/7, yes, it is a waste of time. So believing the lies, not knowing the truth, because you only believe a lie when you don't know the truth. So not knowing the truth and not knowing who I was a big limit that I put on myself for years. Another limit was laziness, procrastination, basically lack of discipline. I didn't have discipline to do anything at all due to the fear of failure. You know, when people say it's not about how talented you are, it's about how disciplined you are. I didn't know it was possible to not have talent but to be disciplined and to get anywhere with that discipline. I didn't think it was possible at all. I didn't have structure at all. So I would just think, oh, let me try this. And I was so distracted by a lot of things. Okay, I can try this today, and I'm gonna try that tomorrow. And I didn't stick with anything at all. Because for a long time, I pretended to do things just for fun. I pretended to love fashion just for fun. I told myself, oh no, you are doing this just for fun. It's not something that you really want. So I didn't structure a plan. I didn't do anything. And that limit prevented me from being the person that I wanted to be at that time. The fifth limit that I put on myself was comparison, envy, and jealousy. I I would compare myself to other people a lot because growing up, I was compared to my siblings a lot. I grew up in a household where all the kids would be compared to each other, and I was told, no, this person is better than you, this person is wiser than you, this person is more talented than you. I was never told that I was better than anyone else or that I was equal to anyone else. I was always the one that didn't have what it took. So growing up, it stuck to me, and I would compare myself to other people, not even thinking that I was better than anyone or thinking that I could achieve whatever people at that time were achieving in their lives. I would think they're better than me. They're successful because they have what it takes and I don't. And that kind of paralyzed me for a while, mentally and emotionally. And when you compare yourself to other people, it builds up envy. So I was envious a lot of other people that I would see on social media, or even my own family, like my sisters or my cousins in my family. I would always think they're better than me. I don't have what it takes. And again, that was low self-esteem. And I was not jealous, but that's a limit that you can put on yourself. I was not jealous at all of them, but I was more insecure and I was more envious because I would compare every single area of my life to somebody else's, and that was not healthy at all. The sixth limit that I'm going to share with you guys is a big one. It's a big one, at least it was for me. It's unforgiveness, bitterness, and resentment. Those, if you're dealing with those, get rid of them. Get rid of them now, because these are really, really bad. I had unforgiveness in my heart for a very long time and I didn't even know it. I did not know it. To me, when I would fail at something, I would say, yes, because those people cursed me, or those people said things about me, because those people, like, I would give people too much credit over my life because they don't have power over my life. It doesn't matter what your dad, your mom, your parents, or your friends at school spoke over you. It does not matter. They do not have power over you. So holding unforgiveness is like giving them power. It prevented me at least to do anything because I was so focused on what was spoken over me, what was told. Even the kids in my high school, they didn't even know what they were talking about. But I held on to so much for a long time that it prevented me to absolutely try anything. So if you're dealing with those things, get rid of them now. And you will see life is so much better without unforgiveness, bitterness, or resentment. Let go. It's hard, but you can do it. Let go and forgive and move on with your life. Replaying the past over and over is one limit that I'm still overcoming. I'm still overcoming a lot of them, but this one is a constant battle because it's so easy for me to go to the past and to play back scenarios of the times that I have failed in life or that I was hurt or any things like that. But it's a constant battle and we are going to win, yes, because we were made to be victorious in Jesus Christ. So do not replay the past over and over again. It's not gonna take you anywhere. I had to realize that replaying the past wasn't taking me anywhere, but stuck in something that had already happened, something that I could not change, could not fix. So do not replay the past over and over again. I know it's so easy to get your mind stuck in the past. The past should be a reference, not a place of residence. So do not live in the past, live in the present and be excited for your future. You have so much to offer. Another limit that I put on myself was bad company. Hanging out with bad company. And this one varies for different people. What I describe as bad company is not necessarily a person or people who do not wish you well. No. It's a person or people who are not willing to build you up. People who speak down on your dreams. You cannot hang out with people who are willingly living the things that you are trying to overcome. It's not gonna help you at all. It's not gonna help you. I'm not saying do not help people who need help. No. But I feel like if you're an empty cup yourself, you don't have anything to pour out. Fill yourself and to help. You can help somebody while you're still growing yourself, but you don't want to be with people who are gonna tear you down. You cannot. If you know that you struggle with something and that you're trying to overcome it, you cannot go with people who are willingly doing the same thing that you're trying to run away from. That doesn't make any sense. You're not gonna get anywhere but stuck in the same limit. Another limit that I put on myself was refusing, not being able to learn, and just being stuck in my own ways, for a long time. I did not want to be in the room with successful people. I didn't want to ask any questions. I didn't want to learn at all due to fear of failure again. So I thought I'm just gonna be who I am. And I wasn't. I was somebody else. I wasn't who I'm supposed to be. I was somebody I wasn't created to be. Because today I believe I'm created for greatness, not putting myself in environments that would challenge me to learn. That was the big limit. That was the limit, yeah. But I really started to be hungry for change in 2015. So that's what, 6 years ago. I really, I felt a void in me. I felt an urge to learn, to grow, to be better. And I was blown away, like, wow. I was blown away by how much power I had given to people who were living their best lives. And I was stuck. But as I'm saying, there's a way out. There's a way for you to break free. First, you have to be willing to. The last and the most detrimental limit that I put on myself was not including Jesus in my life. Not including Jesus in my everyday life was the biggest limit that I put on myself. And thank God for Jesus. He is so rich in mercy that he called me out himself. I did not grow up Christian. I was going to church, but I didn't have a relationship with God. So to me, it was pointless to go to church. It's not until a few years ago that I got saved and I realized what I was missing. I was missing the most important piece of my life. And from that moment, everything changed for me. Everything changed. It's like my eyes were opened to see the things that I had allowed in my life to grow, to build, and that I needed to get rid of. So, including Jesus, putting my life in his hands every day helps me so much every day, you guys. That's the first step. You need to receive Jesus as Lord and Savior, and you will see how your life will change. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying that your life is gonna change overnight, but you will see. You will never be disappointed. There's life in believing in Jesus. There's life in receiving Jesus as Lord and Savior. There's life, there's truth, there's a way. He is the way, the truth, the life. What else do we need? So these are the limits that I put on myself for a very long time, but I'm overcoming them. They do not define me anymore. They do not prevent me from doing anything anymore. So I really want to encourage you that things get better. So first, you need Jesus in your life. We all do need Jesus. You need good company, a biblical community. You need great, sincere, authentic friends. And you need to know your worth. You need to believe that you are worthy of everything that is good and pure and true. So that was my story on limits that I put on myself and how I'm overcoming them. And I truly hope you guys that I encouraged somebody, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and if you know somebody who's struggling with those limits, please send this video to them, and so they can be encouraged, right? And if you've ever overcome anything in your life that you know wasn't easy at all, please share your story. Somebody out there may need your testimony to be empowered to overcome their own situation. So do not be shy about your story. Do not be ashamed of your story. Share your story. Your story is powerful. So share your story and help somebody out there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.